you in the market for a new house? Perhaps you are tired of renting, and you would like to finally own a single-family home of your own. Maybe on a slow country lane, just on the outskirts of town, with access to many excellent amenities, such as parks, grocery stores, top-rated schools, and bus stops. Well, if so, then maybe this mid-century Rambler-style cottage, just outside of Davenport, Iowa, is just what you're looking for. This house features 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, electric heating. It's on city water, sewer, and gas lines. At 1,280 square feet, it's cozy. Perfect for a starter house for a bachelor or bachelorette, or a retired couple looking to downsize. Please, for the love of God, don't bring children here. There's an ample backyard with room for a garden. The previous owners had recently renovated with fresh paint and wall-to-wall shag carpeting. There is ample natural light and baseboard heating. The neighborhood has low property taxes, and being outside of the flood zone, agreeable homeowner insurance premiums. In the interest of full disclosure, we must state clearly this house was previously haunted before the remediation. Prior to remediation, some visitors to the house reported feelings of confusion, disorientation, or dizziness. The symptoms generally increase. Mild vertigo develops into intense vertigo. Sufferers have trouble remaining upright. Others get lost within the house, searching for the exit. Others report short-term memory issues, becoming confused by the layout of the small house and even becoming unsure about the number of rooms. Some victims report the unusual sight of household objects lying on their sides. Such objects can range from small appliances to large furniture. This is all the stranger since the house is unfurnished. Despite the odd peculiarities of this haunting, clues can be gained by careful attention to the records at the local state archive building. The original owners of the house, Martin and Janice Emmons, moved in as newlyweds in the early 1920s. They would live the rest of their lives here. Marty, a chain smoker, would die of a heart attack in his late 40s. There is no evidence his demise led to spectrogenesis. The 3 children would mature and move to opposite coasts to begin new lives, leaving Janice alone. As time passed, communication diminished. By the few recorded accounts, Mrs. Emmons would become increasingly lonely and distraught. Then, one morning in 1973, Mrs. Emmons, age 76, fell down her stairs. Mrs. Emmons would survive her fall. In a manner of speaking, she did not die outright. More's the pity. Instead, Mrs. Emmons' pelvis was shattered in multiple places. She had no family to help her, nor visitors to find her. Though she would have been in great pain, there is evidence that Mrs. Emmons was able to crawl. It appears she attempted to get to the phone, but could not reach the cord. She made it to the kitchen, but she could not reach food or water. In desperation, her wandering continued. After 2 days, Mrs. Emmons succumbed to dehydration and trauma. Those victims who were haunted by her ghost experienced the same waking nightmare that she had endured. Confusion, disorientation, and her whole world turned sideways. 3 months later, police would find the body when the mailman called for a welfare check. The house would go to the adult children. They would renovate the house, but it remained unsold for several years before coming to our attention. We investigated and remediated. However, there were still unanswered questions. Questions such as, if it's a single-story Rambler-style house, how did she fall down the stairs? Or, what happened to the teenager who disappeared while exploring the empty house with her friends? Police say they think she was abducted by a serial killer, but there never was a serial killer. Why would they just lie like that? Anyway, this house can be yours at a fair price, below market value. Check the neighboring houses for comparison. It's a great purchase as a personal home, a vacation house, or a rental property.
If unremediated paranormal activity occurs, the sellers cannot be held liable.
If you would like more information about this house or our other properties, activate the like and subscribe buttons, and one of our agents will contact you momentarily. Goodbye!